live. Blessed morning once again. This is Roots FM 96.1 on the FM band. And we're into a Mission Monday where we get really motivated. We've got to find a good way to start the day, right? I want to say a special good morning to the Roots team. All right. So, Prince 1 OB, good morning. Prince 2 Hakeem, good morning. In the house. Blessed morning. All right. So, we're going right into it. We welcome all our family and friends on Facebook Live, Denise Isis Miller, and also we say Zeno.fm/roots dash 961 FM. So we're really excited because we welcome, a family member. We welcome a family member here. And of course, she's no stranger to Roots. As a matter of fact, she worked here at Roots. She was a media personality here at Roots FM and did a very good job, might I say. And then she migrated to Canada and went back to school, went to college. She is a motivational speaker. She is wearing so many hats. And she also is now an author. Yeah, how long may I try write my one book? She write her book. And I'm telling you, man, I'm sure it's going to be a bestseller. Planted, the name of the book is Planted, but not watered. I don't have my internet went all of a sudden. So I know probably it's not worded properly. Please excuse me, Antoinette Chase in the house. But I still wrote it down. Let me get it together before you come on. Come on, Isis. I make sure, because you have plan 5, 6, 7, or 8, So I am on plan 8 now. Entrepreneur, motivational speaker, and former media personality right here at Roots FM, wife, mother, sister, auntie, she go on, auntie friend, and goes on, planted but needed water. That's the operative word, needed water. A true story about resilience, faith, and self-belief. We welcome Antoinette Chase to, of course, a Mission Monday. Greetings.
Greetings. Thank you for having me.
So welcome. You didn't have to pull me screaming and hollering to get you on here.
I know, right? I know, right?
When I heard that you launched your book, was it last week?
Yes, last week Friday.
Last week Friday. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I am so proud of you. I'm absolutely proud of you. And how long did it take for you to write a book? Because I've been trying to write my book from ever since, and I just cannot get it together.
Denise, it's a lot of work. This has been 6 years in the making.
Yes.
6 years in the making, and can be shorter as well, but it all depending on what you want to put together and the impact that you want it to create, right? So you have to spend some time with your material and stuff.
Of course. What was it though, Antoinette, that inspired you to write a book? Because you're pretty young, what inspired you to write a book at that time, to start writing a book at that time?
Like I always say, and Denise, you're probably familiar with this, the story that you live does not dictate you. And sometimes you find yourself in some situations and you find out that the stories that you're actually telling are actually helping someone. Yeah. So from time to time, I've encountered with several young women, and I find myself encouraging them, teaching them, just kind of navigating them through certain levels. And I'm like, okay, if I've been through this and my story is able to help me, why is it not put it in a book? Yeah. And that's exactly what I did.
Okay, so it's like an autobiography, would you say?
Pretty much, yes. Okay. It's the naked truth. The naked truth. Oh, yeah, we're not holding back nothing.
Please, I can't wait to get the book. No, sir.
No, man. You have to get the book. You have to get the book.
What was really intriguing for me though, is first of all, the name of the book. Oh, even Hakeem in the studio here was like, he repeated the name of the book a couple of times.
Yeah, man.
That and the cover. Let's go with, because that's very important. Visuals and names of books draw you in. Talk to us about that.
Okay, when my publishers and I, we decided that we were going to work on the cover, she was like, oh, send me some photos of yourself and whatever the case is. And it like I said, it was a tough process in terms of getting everything together. Planted but needed water, that was easy because
That was
I'm
easy.
talking,
Why?
it
Yeah.
was easy because pretty much once you read the book itself, I'm
Mhm.
talking about from my childhood days, from 3 months old, coming up to a grown ass woman right now. So
Mhm.
pretty much that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes we
Mhm.
go through some tough times in life, and we just need somebody to nourish us, to see the actual potential in us. And so I never had that. So
Where
I
did you
was a
grow up
seed.
and where did you grow up and who brought you up?
So pretty much once you go into the book, it's I was pretty much back and forth between families.
Mhm.
My grandma was really the nourisher at that time. So
Where was she based?
I'm not giving you too much information
Yeah, but
about the book.
me want little
And
bit
I
though.
give you
Little
not
bit.
too
Little
much,
bit.
man. You're gonna make me talk the things them.
Me want you
And
talking them. So they can
pretty
go on
much it
by
just
the
bring me
book.
back. I
Yeah.
grew even though I was born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica, right? I
Mhm.
was sent to St. Anne, rural St. Anne, to act where my grandparents live, and the struggle was real. I says the struggle was real, and it took a lot of strict discipline. You have to be strong-willed in order, relentless faith, and I spoke about that in the book as well, to really pull yourself out of that.
Right.
And it was really a journey. It was really a journey.
It was a journey. So, based on your persona, because you told me you're doing a particular job, in Canada. Where in Canada are you now, Antoinette?
I'm in Toronto.
Toronto,
Yeah,
Toronto,
Toronto, baby.
and Toronto. And based on the job that you're doing now, you were telling me you do with a lot of customer service. And I'm saying to myself, boy, that really suits your persona because you're very bubbly, you're very fun, and you're a people person. Now, you're growing up the journey. How did that contribute to hone in who you are today? Because you say you went through a lot, but you're very bubbly, people person. What happened then along the way? Was it grandma? Who was it?
Funny you should say that. And I honestly believe that your social background has a lot to do with your personality
Mhm.
itself. And back home, we are forced that there's no way we can walk past somebody on the street. Back in my days, that is,
Mm,
without saying good morning. How
no,
you
sir.
doing? What? So
No way.
automatically, that is natural for me. The way
Mhm.
in which I relate to people, and even as a part of my business as a life coach as well, the
Yes.
with the your behavior automatically depicts this, right? You
Mhm.
never can tell what you can do to inspire somebody, what you can say. Sometimes it's just a smile, sometimes it's just by saying, hey, how you doing, how's your day
Right.
going, even
Yeah.
if you don't care how the person day is going. I'm just saying,
Yeah. Because
even
you
if
could be
you
having a
don't
bad day
care.
too. And you're
I
like, I don't really care. I'm trying to figure out my day. What are you talking about?
But that's the reality of it. You
Mhm.
never can tell when you might touch somebody's heart just by, and
Uh,
then because I'm very religious, so certain things inside of me just won't allow me to behave a certain way. So
right.
it was easy. It was easy. It was
Okay.
totally easy.
Right. We're going to touch a little. Okay. You came to Mustard Seed Communities. You came, first of all, you started a business across the road from Mustard Seed
Oh
Communities.
God, those
You're
were
a
the
little
days when I talk
entrepreneur.
about
So
planted.
planted, that I planted. Remember me tell you. But it just goes to show you how your mind was working. At a young
Yes.
age, you said you want to start a little business, and you did.
Yeah.
And then you were working right here across the road. How did the media, the broadcasting help you on your journey?
It was a, oh God, Roots FM, and the other media houses, which I will not name right
Yeah.
now, has been a tremendous inspiration. You, Tony, oh my God, Kirk, right? Oh God, just the
Mhm.
family
Yeah.
right there at Roots FM. You guys have helped me. You guys have groomed me in such a way. Like I said, I constantly reinvent myself because I want to know what my true purpose is.
I love
Sometimes
that. Say that again. You constantly. No,
I
I love that.
constantly reinvent myself just to see what my real purpose is.
Wow. I hope
Sometimes
that
we're
line
just
is in the book. That line that tough. No, don't land it tough.
But it's true. Sometimes we're just walking around like a headless chicken and we don't know what we're about.
Yeah.
Right? We don't know what we're about. So sometimes you have to try different things. Try
Mm-hmm.
different things. See where your calling is. And I realized that the life that I'm living is really not for me. I have been through so many things. There's so many persons who looked up to me to say, "Oh, Antoinette, you did this. If you do it, why is it that I can't do it?"
Which is great. Yeah.
I being from the inner city, being from coming from nothing,
Mm,
nothing.
mm, mm, mm.
God has blessed me in such a way that I am able to give back. I am able to help, right? And where back to where the media house comes in and everything. If you are not conscious of the persons that you surround yourself with, that is an issue. What I make sure is that I align myself with persons who can help me,
Mm-hmm.
can help me develop in certain areas. Yes, I have self-esteem issues at some point. I
Mm-hmm.
used to, but I need to
Ah.
par with lioness like you who say, "Rrr," right? We're not afraid of anything. So you get persons to actually train you to to see the true you that is.
Yeah.
And that's where the
Wow.
media house comes on, where you
Yeah.
have to go to different shows, you meet
Yes.
different personalities, you
Oh,
have to
yes.
know how to blend in. So
You were very good
that
in
was it.
terms of how to market yourself and market the station. You did very well in that area as well. And it was all about your passion. You were so passionate about what you were doing. And I gather that everything that you go into, you basically are very passionate about it as well.
Thank you. I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have to be passionate, because guess what? If you're just gonna do something and then do it mediocre, it don't make sense.
Mm-mm.
It does not
Stop
make
that.
any
Come on.
sense. You
Mhm.
doing it, just go in it full 100 and just do it and get it over with. So that is it.
Get it over with. And that would help you also conquer your fears. You said you had some
Exactly.
self-esteem issues like we all do, but as you
Exactly.
travel and do it, you just do it and get it over with. I can do this, I'll do it, and we move on.
I'm
What's next?
telling you,
What's next?
I'm
What's next?
telling you.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest struggle that we face. And our biggest struggle is ourselves, our
Mm,
mental
mm,
capacity. And we don't even know this
yeah.
until we can,
When we
get
come to
ourselves out
that.
of that area and say, you know what? I have to do this. I say, Antoinette, I have to do this. Tom, I have to do this. Then you will never see
Wow.
what your true
Yeah.
capabilities are. That's the seed.
Yeah.
That's the seed.
Ah,
That is the seed.
planted.
You're the seed. And
Yes.
sometimes, as a seed, guess what? You won't be able to get the proper nourishment that you want. So, guess what? You have to rely on yourself and fight your way. As long as some soil is on you, you have to push yourself out yourself.
Jesus.
Irrespective of the circumstances, you push yourself out until you get where you want. You
But you
may
said,
not
go ahead, go ahead.
you may not produce the most amazing fruits there is. Maybe you don't
Initially,
even have no fruits, but
dry
as
up.
long exactly as long as you as long as you protrude, as long as you get yourself out of that soil and you're not the same place that you are, then you're
Mhm.
good.
But the planted but
Yeah.
needed water. Expound on that for us, please, because you're planted, but
Yes.
wow, somehow you needed water for grow.
I tell you, man. That in itself, yeah. All right, let me try and see if I can give you a visual.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back home. Going back in the country, we used to have cairns, and I was my mama because she was a higgler, and we
Mm-hmm.
plant cairns, peas, you name it, any
Ah,
form of ground produce.
yes.
Sometimes we put the seed inside of the ground, and I says, for days nothing will happen.
Mm.
Nothing will happen. Weeks, nothing will happen. I used to get so impatient that I used to go and dig out back the seed to find out why it's not growing.
Okay.
So mama used to say, you have to put some water in it
Yeah.
and then see. And I put water in it every day and sit down sometimes as a kid and watch to see. Just the
Mm-hmm.
little thing comes out. Just that little thing protruded,
Yeah.
right? So planted. The reason I use this topic, but I'm talking about me as a child growing up.
Mm-hmm.
I needed somebody at some point to push me to see something inside of me that I didn't see in myself. And
Wow.
I did not get that. I did
You
not
did
get
not.
that.
At what age are we talking about when you say you did not get that?
We're talking, all right, let's go to my mom first say. My mom loved her dearly. My mom gave me up when I was 3 months old to my
Wow.
grandma. 3 months old.
Okay.
That's when she gave me up.
Okay. Yeah.
And at that age, having been a mom of myself, at that age is one of the most tender time, one of the most precious
Yes.
time for a kid.
But
You
the
want to make
formative
sure
years
that
are from the womb until seven, the most critical times when the personality is formed and when you're really
yes,
groomed. Oh,
yes.
wow.
I'm telling you, you want to make sure that you have a mama figure there, a mommy figure there, or a
Mhm.
daddy figure. There was no daddy around.
Right. But
There
was
was no
grandma
daddy around. There was no mommy around.
but a lot
So
of times, mommy probably thinks that she can't handle it. So it
yes,
happens a lot in our culture and other cultures too.
yes,
And
yes,
grandma plays that
yes,
role.
yes. Grandma was my sunlight.
Hmm.
She was my sunlight at that time.
Mhm.
So mom created the seed, but
Yes.
unfortunately due to circumstances she was not able to
Right.
nourish me the way how she wanted. But the
Yes.
pan
Yes.
was there with some dirt, and she put the dirt,
Mm,
put me in the pan. Kia said she never
mhm.
do that, right?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
if
Yes.
she didn't put me where my grandma is,
Oh,
then
wow.
there is no doubt about it that I would have been the tree that I am today.
Right.
So you get so
But
that's
then,
where,
yeah, you need, oh, it's one thing to be planted,
yeah, it's
and
one
that's
thing to be
good, but it's not
planted.
enough
It's not
because you
enough.
need to be nourished. You have to have the water. You have to have that.
You
Or
have
you're
to have
going
the
to
right
shrivel up and
climate, the
dead.
right temperature.
Yes, all of that has to be there.
If it's not there, man, once you get leaf, you're gonna dry up and dead. And you know how
Yeah,
that works.
yeah, yeah. So it is very, very relevant, especially for
Yes.
you. And the fact that you said that, your grandma, was your grandma was a higgler, you said? Your grandma?
Yes. Yes.
And you talk about the corn and the peas and your impatience and all of that. And she said, well, you
Oh.
for what?
Yeah,
So
I
I'm so
know.
happy that you went back to that, which is,
Uh,
an important part of your journey, how it started, how
it,
it started.
you have to have a
Yeah.
beginning. You have to
You
have
have
a
to have a
beginning.
beginning. Yes,
You have to have a beginning, and that's why this book is so powerful. I've been
it
getting
is.
so many remarks, so many reviews on it, and it was so nerve wracking for me at first. Denise, to let this out. One of the reason, because if you know me, I can be I'm an introvert sometimes. Certain things I
When you're
don't
an
tell you.
introvert, I don't
You
know.
know, stop
When
it, man.
when you go
You
to
know
Canada,
my
you're introvert, not here. At Roots,
stop it,
you're
man. You know, see
introvert.
my private.
Yeah, you're private. That's a different thing now. That's a different thing. But you are no introvert, honey.
I am so
Yes,
private when you come on to certain things sometimes,
yes, yes,
and
yes.
it was so nerve wracking. It
Because
was
you're
so nerve
opening,
wracking
you're
at point.
exposing your life, yourself, everything.
I'm gonna be releasing this book talking about everything, and I'm
Mm.
like, do I really want to do that? I remember I called a few friends of mine, and they were like, oh yeah, and they were like, no, 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 no. If you don't release it no, and you do it 3 years down the line, you're gonna have the same effect that you have now. So let go the book.
By 3 years time from now, you'll be putting out a part two, girl. Yeah, that's number
So
two.
it was really a challenge to get it out,
Yeah.
but I my support system, I cannot, oh my god, I have a support system. Sometimes I don't even know what I would do. Even my journey from Jamaica coming to Canada, that is also mentioned in the book,
Who's your
because
support system? Who are some of the people in your support system? Because
my
that's so
adopted
important.
parents, my best friend, I have a coach of my own, even though I am a life coach.
Which is no,
So
they say they say that's a good thing. Even
yes,
if you're a life
so
coach, to have a life coach, a mentor.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that is the church, Eagles Nest Community.
Mhm.
That church has been helping me as well. The pastors there, and just the family itself. My husband has also been an impact as well on this.
Beautiful.
So it's and not to mention my family and friends back home. It's
Yes.
like you can't keep that connection, lose that connection. You
No
can't lose it.
way.
And
No
I've
way.
had that support system, it's overwhelming. It's
Beautiful.
overwhelming. So
Beautiful.
I
So
one thing I want to add to that though as well. When we talk about our journey, I was in the book as well. I mentioned my transition from Jamaica to Canada.
Canada, uh-huh.
People don't understand the struggle that you go through. people will think that, oh yeah, man, you go foreign and things that go
Oh,
better.
beer things,
Beer things and all
niceness,
them see is
mm,
ching ching, but
shopping,
only
your house. Why?
only
Not
yeah,
food.
I know, but I'm telling you, it was one of the biggest struggle. It's and
Mm,
I get teared up just by talking about it
mm,
right now.
mm,
To
mm,
leave everything, leave everything from back home, what you
mm,
were accustomed to, your
mm,
business, your family,
mm.
what you called money at the time. You understand? You were okay. You weren't hungry. If you're
Yeah,
hungry, you
yeah,
can
yeah.
go down the road and get something
What?
and you're good.
Yeah, man.
When you come to a foreign country, that's a different song
Oh, yeah.
because you are on your own. Not to mention that you have to deal with the weather condition that
Oh,
comes with it.
Lord. Oh,
If
Lord.
you are
It's
hungry,
depressing. It can be very depressing.
it is. If you are hungry and you don't have anybody to, sorry,
Mm,
water will go full your belly and you're going to your bed.
better. You
But
better do
people
that.
don't see this. And in the book, I pretty much talk about some of these things as well,
Yeah.
some of the struggle, to let them know that the struggle is real.
But you know what is good about the book as well, especially when you're talking about this in the book, the
Yes,
transition from like one country to another.
yes.
You know, instead of just putting a lot of fake news in there and tell, oh, it was wonderful. People
Mhm.
can learn from your story who are going to make this transition. Youngsters who are making this move can read
Exactly.
this book and say, okay, then, so they can be prepared and they can organize themselves and whatever. You know, they can
Exactly.
learn by your footprints.
That's
Every
it.
move you make is what is
That's
happening and they're going to help them
that's the
along the
plan
way.
and that's the purpose of the book.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
the purpose of it. Don't think that you're in this alone. Don't ever
Right.
think that you're in this alone. Somebody else went through it and somebody even went through worse than
Oh,
what you're going
yes.
through right now.
Yeah, and then
So,
they went through it, and guess what? Now they've written a book, and they're successful, and they're going to have a bestseller.
hey, I
Woo!
like that. Thank you.
Yeah, because hello, you don't write a book just for writing a book's sake. You write a
That's
book because,
right.
yeah, you want a bestseller,
Amen.
and you're
I'm
because you're
claiming
taught
that.
now. You know you have to name it and claim it. You're
That's right.
taught
I'm
now.
claiming it.
So on the book though, Antoinette, you tell us because I know you're busy, you know, you're married, you have a sweet baby, you were going to school, you have to go out walk, everything. How did you like deal with your what was your organizational skills like? You know, how your time management in terms of putting the book together.
Yes, strategies. Strategy.
Mhm.
The way how I was brought up, you have no choice but to know how to plan certain things and everything. So I'm always said, how you were raised has a lot to do with the type of person that you are right now.
Mhm. Mhm.
Even if you try to repress it as much as possible. So there are times back, and I also mentioned in the book as well that I find mama and herself we're doing several different things at the same time. We have to go catch water, we have to cook,
Mhm.
we have to go different miles to get loads and whatever. We're going to school just the same, and yet still we're
Yeah.
going to the market to sell just the same. So it's
Yeah.
just the same. You know what is priority. We needed to go to market. If we didn't go to market, then guess what? There will be nothing coming in for
Yeah.
us. We
Yeah.
needed to go
Yeah.
to the farm, and that's where our livelihood is. How is
Mhm.
it that we were going to transport those goods from the farm if we didn't go on foot patrol ourselves?
Mhm.
Never had donkeys at the days.
Mhm.
So back to managing work, my personal business, family, and schooling at the same. It's just a matter of priority.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
the book
Yeah.
is something that needed to go out there. My story was something that needed to go there.
And I guess
So
it was
there
a part of
has to be
it
some
was.
level.
Mhm.
Say again.
No, and I'm listening to you and I'm saying to myself, I would imagine that this book was also part of your therapy.
Who tell you? Yes, it was.
Yeah,
It's like you're just reading me up right now.
girl,
I'm
I'm
telling
reading
you.
you up, man.
I'm
Mama
telling you.
Isis is reading you up.
Telling I'm telling you, nothing like, especially when you're going through a rough time.
Mm,
Nothing,
mm,
it's better than spending some
mm.
quality time with yourself.
Yeah,
Sometimes you just need to document certain
yeah,
things.
man, yeah,
Start
man.
writing down, get that feelings out. The thing
Mhm,
that we have is that sometimes we feel as if we need to bottle up everything because we're big, bold, and strong
mhm.
and can handle everything ourselves.
No, no, you
No,
gotta get it
that's
out.
not the
You gotta get it
case.
out.
You
Yeah,
find a way to transfer that energy to something else, put
yeah.
it into something else
Mm-hmm.
and let it work for you. I
Yeah.
remember I even spoke about this in my book. When my ex and I broke up.
Mm-hmm.
When we broke up, when I found out that all sort of things was happening,
Mm-hmm.
and I was in university at the time. I was kind of breezing through with university with a C plus, B plus here and there.
Mm-hmm.
That year, when I found out that my world was turning over, a pure A me get.
Whoa. Yes, my girl.
So
That's
the
what I'm
point I'm
talking about.
trying.
So we were propelled. You say, I that you're going with, well, hello, me, I get, hello, is excellence, winnings.
So the point I'm trying to make
I
is
love that.
whenever time you're going through a rough time, find something to put your energy in.
Mm-hmm.
Refocus that. Find
Yes.
something. You never can tell what kind of hidden talent
All
you
right.
have. So you just have to utilize those.
Excellent. How can persons get the book, Antoinette?
Okay, so it's online right now. It's on Kindle. It's
Mm-hmm.
also on Amazon. We are also talking with some bookstores back home and everything to
Mm-hmm.
get it out because I know some persons want to get the hard copy itself.
Yes, yeah, nothing like that boy, nothing. Kindle is good and all that, but nothing like holding that book and smelling the book and the leaves. I love to read and love that.
I know, I
Yeah,
know.
love that,
Trust me,
love
I
that.
know what you're talking about. So the
Mm-hmm.
hard copy should be available in about 3 weeks
Okay.
online and stuff. But for persons who wanted to get involved in the source from an early stage, as you know how it go, right? From
Yeah,
the
man.
history is a true story. They
Mm-hmm.
make it true. People want to
Yes.
know. Really, Antoinette,
What
how
did
I
I
really go.
want? Yeah. I can't wait for you to come to Jamaica. When are you coming to Jamaica?
Oh
Because you
God,
have to launch a book down here after the COVID excitement and sometime next year. I forgot relaunch the book down here, you know?
so I met up, but
Yes,
you know what? You never can tell. COVID
of
mash up
course.
everything.
COVID not mash you up though because you just done finish your book. Hello. You
Hey!
are doing stuff. People are getting, some people say COVID is a blessing in disguise because
Yes,
you're getting
that
so
is true.
creative, getting things are speeding up, things are being
That
done. You
is
launch
true.
your book in the middle of COVID and you're doing
Yes.
well. Come
And that
on.
is and that's what we don't understand. Sometimes some rough things happening, some crazy situation happening
Yeah,
around you, but that's the time, that's the push that you need to
yeah,
find
yeah,
out what
man.
you're capable
Eh?
of.
Can't stop me, man. That's like when you talk about the X and all of a sudden you get A's. Well, COVID coming all of a sudden your book launch. Come on, man. It's just a big deal.
It is a big deal. It is a big deal.
Antoinette, I want to, this half hour is just not enough, but, we're going to keep in contact. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Mama.
Congratulations. You
Thank
you
you.
rock, girl. You rock. Dudley announced Antoinette right book. Big book launch.
Dudley!
Dudley, yeah.
What a good one! What's the verdict?
What's the verdict? It's a big book. It's not a lame book. It's not an average book, right, Dudley? It's
It's
a
a
big
big
book.
book.
Antoinette, thank you so much, my darling. Keep up the great work. We'll be in touch.
Yes,
We want to hear how it's doing. Let's go. Let's do this, hon. Let's do this.
you will do this. Thank
Yes,
you so
my
much,
darling.
Isis, for having me.
You are so welcome. Go get some rest now. And I just love the whole backdrop and it planted, but needed water. And, love it,
Sure.
love it, love it. But all this time in the beginning, me I look for it and sit right there at the backdrop and me not even look and paying attention. It's beautiful. Love it.
All right, thank you. Have a good
All right,
one.
darling.
Bye.
Take care. That's Antoinette Chase. Oh my God. Entrepreneur, motivational speaker, life coach, and now an author. Wow. Planted but needed water. Can you imagine? True story. True story about resilience, faith, and self belief. What an inspiration. It's a mission Monday. She's on a mission and she has truly motivated us. Thanks once again, Antoinette. Thank you so much. So coming up in just a moment, we have Mecca Talk Sport, Dudley. What's the breaking news? What's the breaking news, Duds? Jamaica lose. Yeah. Oh God, reggae boys. Yeah. Jeez, I'm crying, man. Jeez, I'm. Five players, five members of COVID. COVID, yes. No. In this day and age, people are no man. Get your act together. Get your act together, man. Get your reggae boys, man. Get your act together. Come on. All right, so stay tuned. We're going into Mecca Talk with Dudley Thompson Sport. We're going to take a little pause for the cause and come right back. Thank you all on Facebook Live. Thank you all on Zena.fm. Thanks to Owen Brown. Thanks to Hakeem Williams. Yes, my Rootsy team. Thank you so much. All right, soon come.
Basca House Production presents the Jimmy Fagan Record Show. Join DJ String on Roots 96.1 FM, Sundays 4:35 p.m. and Tuesdays 7:05 p.m. That's the Jimmy Fagan Record Show right here on Roots 96.1 FM, Sundays and Tuesdays. You don't want to miss it.
Roots. Could it? Nothing not change. Only rearrange the poetry program on Roots 96.1 FM and the FM band. With your host, Uncle Abba, me, myself, and I. When me say, when me do. When me do, when me say, when me there. Spoken words, bend back words, broke down words. Poetry jam, Mondays, 6